Hello everyone, we're continuing with day 22 part 2. We just solved part 1. Let's see what's part 2. Consider the following reboot steps. Okay, after running the above reboot steps, keep on. Okay, let's copy our part 1 here. Let's ignore this version of Go, we're not interested of that. Name part 2. We're having our test data. Is this one? Yeah, is this one. Our input data is the same. Our program will probably need to change a little bit. And here we were, if you're joining in this video and you missed the previous video, we were simply asking, telling the ChatGPT, the model GPT-4, that needs to be a prominent competitive programmer, and we want to read the input from a certain file, and we get this response and so on. It has a few small mistakes, but nothing really dramatic. We needed to have better input parsing and so on. And now what I'm planning to do is simply to say thank you your program was working with small correction for the input. And let me here download the problem. It did not parse the input correctly. Let's see if that will parse it. Part 1. Okay, this time it's splitting by comma and so on. That part looks better this time. It's splitting by also looks better. So about that, I simply want to help OpenAI. And I want to double check that the program is working correctly. To give them feedback if this program is by any means better than this one. This one had a few small mistakes that I correct myself. One of which was the input parsing, and let's see if now this stuff will be working. And I'm not sure in this one, especially here. It doesn't look working whatsoever. Let's give a try. Seems to be nice with OpenAI. Okay, I think it's completely wrong. Let me say neither of them. It's okay, but that doesn't really matter. Let me close part 1 completely. I don't have interest of this one, either this one and this one. Let me delete it. And here I'm saying, think your program was working with small correction for the input. However, there is a new tested views on the previous one. Modify okay, let me do that, and the new task is part 2. Let me keep it like that, and see, it's simply to remove the checks that were previously it's partly by me. However, the problem with that was that the program never finished. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. It's not this program, it's here. And thank you, blah blah blah. Start, and we have points. The problem with that was that it was, two big numbers. Instruction on cubes, that has no way to work with these points and deleting from the cube. Yeah, I'm seeing that it's trying to get 64 best number, but that this time it seems it's parsing the range correctly and so on, but let's see. Did I wait? Yeah, to the moment that it finished. With the test input, let me do that with the initial very small test input, simply to verify that the program is working, and after that to probably try to optimize. No, the program is simply wrong. Okay, let me. Are you sure that the program follows all requirements for solving the task? Is the task optimized to use less memory and less computation? Okay, let's see if this reflection tactic can work somewhat. Okay, interval tree structure. Here is high-level overview. Okay, let me keep this conversation because they're somewhat interesting. Here it's actual solution. Let me add markup for the task. Contact soft. Let me do prompt to GPT-4. I really like that it's talking about this kind of solution with the tree and so on. Let me add it. Please implement it for me. Will be my following prompt. Hop. Please provide code. Lazy propagation, what is this? Lazy propagation based solution. We have x, y1, y2, z1. That's bit for x. Where's for x like that? I'm a bit shocked. What is this? Count active cubes? I mean, like, yeah, fine. Y active, Z active. I mean, here I'm lost. But I would assume that this kind of stuff will require something complicated like this one. Okay, it's dead. What's happened with OpenAI? OpenAI, where are you? OpenAI, bye bye. OpenAI, your API doesn't work. What did it happen? OpenAI. Okay, let me retry it. In each dimension, lazy propagation segment 3 in each dimension. Suitable solution, blah blah blah. Start end. Yeah, 1 second. Why I'm splitting by that and why I'm splitting twice? Here I think, man. Yeah, let's see again if that works with my me example. It does not because of this wrong parsing. Like, what on earth is a start? I have this start and end. Let me have that ranges. Range I would imagine that's something like that. Okay, that works. But what about this huge kind of stuff? Let me do top and see if it's it's grabbing 14 gigabytes. Okay, let me save the reply and say that I have this program that's working, but it's too slow. Nice. I mean, this program was simply complete. Let me write my prompt for GPT. I have home that works for small inputs. But could not automate for because it too long. And here is my solution. Okay, let's see what would it do. Will be a bit I think actually that's extremely let me firstly the for wrong. You're not helpful. Okay, but how let's try to optimize. Let's see if we add this new solution that will change anything. It is okay, it's by no means better, but yeah, let me please provide me with smaller than let's see if having this question and simply iterating n times, if that somehow process interval map. I think if we're square complexity, that should be fine. That's interesting with these interval maps. However, because of the complexity of that, it seems very it's doing some calculation. Yeah, that seems more promising, but let's see. Firstly, Is it top? Okay, it doesn't seem to go crazy. The CPU is on max, but the memory is not. Terabytes. Let me try to see, because that might be significantly more than my input, simply to try to see if it works with my small test input and it's return correct answer. No, it's not returning correct answer from okay. Why don't have refresh button? Did they disable it? This solution is not correct and does not hold my guess to be voice or complex. Yeah. Okay, let's see the second try if that will somewhat help. This strange formula here, I mean, it doesn't work whatsoever. Okay, let's see with this approach. But so far it simply seems too complicated. Doesn't seems whatsoever capable to solve the problem. Walk of fan. Hey, that's such a claim. I mean, no, that was very bad. My answer is too high, which makes sense. But better, but okay, now I can regenerate it. Okay, let me grab this one because I actually like it, because it seems optimized, although the logic is somewhat wrong. Let's try to see if there's a way that we can actually solve that issue. Then let's see how we can communicate this stuff. Now the following prompt 4, I think. GPT-4 is 4 or 5th. Okay, 5th. Let me see. Is not cool. Could you explain why the let me provide this input and so on, and correct. Yeah, let's see if saying okay with this input seems your program is wrong, and see if that will help. Overlapping. Let me add this one because it is somewhat to say promising. No, somehow okay, now it seems like it's taking in account overlapping, or at least looks more like so. My hope. It should be smaller than this one. That's very interesting. Kind of solution. Let's see how. No, it's wrong. The answer is wrong. Could branch? From where find this bugle? Is there such a library? There is. That is interesting. There is some ranging and so on. Actually, that's an interesting attempt. It's without the internet. I mean, that will be hard. Let me try to see if I can. You just the packaging, but yeah. Interval 3. Not sure how can I. I'm not actually sure how to install package. Even in Garnet, I'm doing this stuff. Is it go get? Oh, it's go get. Yeah, nice. Let me see. What's wrong with this one? Yes, there is something like that. No, there is no. Let me see in the other if able to find some kind of range. Spam. Is there some kind of range? Okay, let's cube range. But what's this range? Or are there example how it's used? No, I mean, to some degree I think that's closer, but in my case it's simply okay, now it's using another hey, there is such a package. I mean, it's amazing. Go get okay. Let's see if some of this library help is very. Here we can see that actually it's trying very interesting stuff, but because of not having internet, it's somewhat badly restricted. And because how complex is this stuff, couldn't very directly help with that. I can help probably to skip here the empty line, but apart of that, not really. Augmented tree. Let's see this new solution that handles the overlapping intervals correctly. Pointer to the intervals, promising. Again, pointer to the interval, start, end. Very interesting. Okay, that's the end. Mean. Okay, couldn't complete it. Oh man, that's even exhausting to see it how it fails on tokens land and so on. They need so much technical work for being able really to even this tree structure. Okay, let's see if that will help and see if Google has this B3. Three pointers. Can min max. Let's implement this min max. In this case, it looks to me like it's capable to solve that, but it doesn't have any kind of really access to the internet to double check for where the libraries are, and the token size restriction, which is crucial in such a case. It's actually it is simply impossible to complete it, although it's not so long. It's too much blah blah blah. It will be interesting if OpenAI actually switched to another version of transformers, something that allows significantly longer input output. The token size actually, for a lot of application, is simply too small. Here it's actually the instruction and so on seems to trigger the right idea in the algorithm, but because of these restrictions with what's possible with the model not having access to the internet and double checking libraries and stuff like that. Okay, we can see that's simply wrong. There 0 should be with this input. It's not true. Let me meanwhile see what's happened with the text here. Probably I need to have this continue and stuff like that. Okay, that's nice. It's simply totally wrong. Intervals. Interval list. Yeah, here we have intervals, interval list. That looks interesting and quite promising. Let's see if some of these approaches will actually solve the problem. Again, it is using this min max. How is this max working without this int 64? No idea. No, the answer is not any better. I have the commands. Let me see if I can complete it actually, because this one was looking actually promising. To read the answer. Let's see if that will really help. Yeah, it's interesting how first part of this problem, day 21 and 22, seems very trivial, and the second part because of constraints, then the naive approach couldn't work. Yeah, interesting. This interval and start interval plus 1. Very strange. Let's see if there was some kind of mistake of Copilot when was auto-completing the code based on, okay, it's adding, it's removing, and it's quite the same. But here the result is a little bit different, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't. It seems a bit off. Are you sure that the answer provided by you calculates the on curves correctly? Let's see. Code force. Interesting that it's that are some legit links. Search binary index. Actually, extremely good. And he has these links and can recover them correctly. Very, very impressive stuff. But yeah, here the not being able to search in the internet and eventually to execute the program and to try to add libraries and so on are hard restriction for the algorithm. I mean, at the moment is going with this naive solution that it wasn't, was logically working, but is with this naive code that at the end of the day doesn't work because of the ginormous input size. Yeah, when I put input and will run forever. I think probably it's running out of memory. Yeah, 14 gigabytes, and it's probably writing on the disk. It's simply too big to be solved. I'm gonna stop and regenerate. Too complex for this answer. The problem with this approach that I can see here is, it's simply not scalable whatsoever. Pretty sure that it simply crash because run out of memory. Okay, that's 39, and here bye. It is too so solution for my problem. I mean, it's not like it's not true. Probably I should put it's not helpful. Yeah, all of them are. Okay, what's that event delta? Interesting. Sweep and this event, that's a bit strange. But let's see if any of this strange solution, especially in this task, because we have this simple input, we so to say can evaluate the task and see that it's correct for this small input, and after that try it for like 5 seconds to run with other setup, but yeah. That's step by step. Yeah, 27, it didn't work. The original answer is better. Yeah, I will continue refreshing it up to the moment that I get simply okay, this one again, it seems like these whole solutions that, yeah, although working for smaller input with this ginormous input, are falling apart, and that's one of them. Let's not wait about it. Okay, it's talking for the 3D structure, yeah, and we run out of let's keep this one as a output. More or less the output so far was this one. Should I change? Yeah, apologize for algorithm to a more this one. Blah blah blah. Let me do some pause for this one and try later on. I think that I can solve this, but we'll need second attempt. Sorry for the break. I've been doing some other stuff. I decided to come back to day 22 part 2 and to try a little bit different prompting approach. If you're interrupt at the middle of the last thing that I was trying to do, I don't remember actually what was this thing. Let me see if that's running. Okay, it's not running correctly, but anyway, the way that I will continue trying to solve the problem, it's as follow, because as you have noticed, if you seen the videos with my attempts, I tried a lot of stuff, none of which seems to be working with the refreshing the solution and so on, and I'm simply deciding now to simply change a little bit the format of my input with which I'm asking the question, because I was reading the Microsoft paper for Spark of Artificial General Intelligence, early experiments with GPT-4 4, and specifically I'm not interested in most of the other stuff, but here is a coding part in which they were showing some examples of leak code and some other challenges that they saw, and also asking for some 3D games, to make a 3D games and how it's performing better than other. What was interesting for me was their prompting format. Here, let me zoom a little bit. They have couple of example, and they have these constraints specifically specified and some hints. And in my case, I want to change my prompt to firstly to prompt, because here I have thank you for your solution and so on. I want to start with before to prompt with this prompt, I want to set up the context. My first prompt will be setting up the context. After that, giving, okay, here I have answer. I don't care about that. Okay, that's another prompt probably, or it's not. The second one, did I delete? Okay, I'm here. Here I want first to have prompt 1 that it's setting up the context. This context that I usually use in my all of my prompts, that is you're given a program that you need to optimize. You're given a program that you're given a task and a program that you need to optimize. Do you understand your role? Okay, that's the first prompt. I simply want to go here to the model, have yes, I understand my role in the competition. As a prominent competitive role, my task is to participate in the programming competition by optimizing and giving tasks. This typically involves analyzing the problem, designing efficient algorithm, implementing the solution in code, and optimizing the performance with the constraints. Okay, that's brilliant. Let me put that's so to say setting up the context. Now the model is having this that attention in its prompt to GPT. Okay, now let me see how they did it in the program. They have some examples. You're given a program. You're given a Golang program that you need to adjust to a new problem and optimize. Now I'm going to just a new task and optimize the solution to be executable with very high computational demand. No. Okay, I'm saying that you need to do that. Now I'm saying I'm giving my instructions that are the instructions the let me give the program, it's in Go and it's this one. I have this program that was solving the problem. Does it still working? Yeah, I think that was the right solution. Let me look once again. Yes, that's absolutely working program. Task. Okay, let's do it like that. We have the task. Let's see how I will do that. That's already quite massive, but okay, now it's telling me that okay, now I can see. Let me look at the previous. I have the action stand. Here I have this step and I was stopping before that. Okay, let me min and max coordinates are like 10,000. It's interesting if would be able to really... Okay, cube grid. I can see that seems the same, but what about this branching logic? No, that actually... no, that didn't work simply. Okay, it seems like sync. Okay, let me adjust a little bit the prompt because I actually don't like this prompt. I don't need all this stuff to make the program. I mean, I need to have a bunch of big numbers, but not all of them. And this was the direct dice. 1 second, I start getting confused in this prompt. Is that the correct thing? I was thinking it was for direct dice. No, the direct dice was the previous one. Sorry about that. I get a little bit lost. Starting with all cubes of power reboot steps for all cubes. Okay, and the number should be some huge number. Let's give this one. To have the huge number, probably to have a right indication that okay, I already have it there. Let me delete in this one. Okay, all that said, sorry about that, I was again lost in the input files here. And let me use some of the notes hints because they have, I noticed that they have this way of emphasizing. Not sure that will bring anything, but will make it easy to read. Instruction program, especially from this point, is the task. Let's see what kind of hints. Because here they use hints and they have what they're saying. we can use dynamic programming to solving the problem. Okay, let me start with that and stay hints. First, the program solution can be optimized because the current is O of 3. Anything else that I can see? Okay, let's use this to hints and so on. Let's see if ChatGPT will be able to adjust to that. Okay, now it's suggesting that simply when you read out this stuff, simply you can do the filtering on this step. However, I think that's confusing, but that's relatively easy to fix. Let me remove that. This will make the program start and but let me, if I have it like that, let's see with these hints if that will work. I am thinking that I might need to change the program and okay, if I, so far it's suggesting me this stuff, but if I use this stuff like a kind of hint and remove this go thing that's absolutely obvious, I think these hints actually can be very useful to generate an optimal solution. Let's see, one of the things was this massive outrageous tokens that we okay, let's go here. Run that with the test input. Let me do top and see how it's going. Yeah, it's going on. Okay, let's so when I'm crafting my input, when I'm crafting my solution, I mean here in this part, the program use only 2 GB of RAM. Okay. That's in the instruction, or okay, let's put it in the hints. What will be the other stuff? Yeah, definitely the program can use only one CPU. Let's start with this one. It already has 2 of the suggestions of the model, and let's see if they push the info for that we here on top we can see it's simply eating of our memory. If I stop that, it release huge amount of memory. Let me close that. Let's see what's going on here. Meanwhile, I can ask, could you help me with advices? How could I improve the performance of one of the programs that I have? Okay, let me add that to the Bing prompts here under. That stage is a bit recursive because prompt, I mean it's prompt to star Bing, and I'm getting answer sure. Prompt to star Bing, and prompt. Let me give Bing my program. I think that will be the easiest one, or is that the wrong program? I think it's good enough for Bing to suggest stuff to optimize. The optimized solution should consume significant fuel CPU. Where is this only allowed? I mean, that's a bit misleading, but let's go to it and see if it's really using okay, it's already hitting 12-13 gigabytes. Okay, doesn't work, which does not surprise me. The interesting part for me, no. Okay, I can edit it here and produce a new solution. Let's see. And is the part that is checking that is execute reboot steps, because as three. Okay, let me go to the prompting and see as the code. And here I'm saying my god. Okay, let's grab this stuff. let's have it, so to say. Okay, I think that with overlapping ranges, it's actually a good idea. Okay, let me grab this one here, go to my favorite chatbot, paste this one, and see now with these hints if that will help. Using Go routine top. I'm not sure for that. I'm not sold on this Go routine dingy. When we're waiting for that, let me ask okay, let's see if gone. Okay, let me add in this one, because I would suspect that at the end of the day I will need to use this one. Tell me more about how to reduce the number of iterations. Tell me more about how iterations. Okay, and here I'm getting this response, which I love it. I mean, actually the Bing bot, it's in my opinion the best of all these models. Okay, Go routine and so on. Now this is outrageous. I don't think that can work, but I mean, let me test it. What's happened with the other one? The other one I some stopped. Okay, it simply crashes. Why did it crashes? Because it's using I'm not familiar with Go routines. It's having some kind of synchronization. Go routine. Oh, that doesn't look so complicated, but I'm suspecting that it's simply too many routines, because this X it's like hundreds of routines and they simply cancel it, because here I want to spin new routine only when it's on every 10 or 100 and so on. It's, yeah, I would suspect that, but nevertheless, let me go. One way to reduce the number of iterations. Okay, let me put that in the hints. I mean, at that moment these hints became humongous. Let me delete that stuff for the RAM. Again, let's let's see if that helps with having this let me ask if there is another way to optimize it. Is there another way to optimize the program? Is there other ways? No. Okay. Yeah, I think I will need to incorporate this one instead of the round things. Yeah, let me put this one. Actually, like that. Let me have my next prompt. Yeah. Is there other ways? Are there other ways to optimize the code? Okay, I mean, ungefähr. Let me see about that. Really bullish on this last answer. I don't want the Go routine. Okay, I think again we'll go in this stuff with where is missing return 53. The same as before. Yeah, actually I like how get rid of having this function. Let's see, like again top. Yeah, I'm seeing it, but it's somewhat okay. When I was thinking it's somewhat not going to hundreds of terabytes of memory, but yeah, I mean, wasn't right. Let me go again. Do I even need to have that task? What's the purpose of this task? Because it's the same thing, isn't it? I need simply to optimize this code. And sync optimize memory usage by replacing readable array with more memory efficient data structure. In this case, we will use map to store the state of the cube grid with only the active cubes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think in this case, all of this stuff with the task, I actually don't need any of that. Let me delete this. It's like meaningless stuff. Array of 3, I really like it. Let's start. That's real optimization. Okay, first step it's again skipped. Like, I don't know if OpenAI changed something about the algorithm, but I mean, they're getting more it's like getting better and better. Okay, let me stop that. I mean, was destroying my machine anyway. What about top now? Okay, doesn't work either. Let me ask still I did so this is my modified program. Could you suggest other optimizations? And here I have go. And let me paste this one here. Kind of. Let me copy that. Let's paste to bin. And let me go in my prompts. And that's exactly what I Okay, let me go for this one. I should try that I have for course. I have okay. But the program is still running. It's interesting if the main issue now is that I'm hitting or actually it's like using gigabytes of memory. Should I actually use the optimized version of the program? Because I mean, I'm a bit, it's not absolutely clear to me if that program is actually working, because the initial one that I had was working, but let me say that the only issue at the moment is that the program is too slow. Okay, let me see with this one if I apply all this stuff up here, grab the program, we go to my favorite GPT and say okay, now although I have this quite optimized program, say oh that's my program, can do something else. And here the answer was the following. What did I got? What is was saying? I see that you made some changes to the program. One change I noticed that you replaced the cube structure with array to represent the cube. This can help reducing memory usage since array more memory efficient than structs. Okay, here are some additional suggestions for optimizing the program. I mean, on the grid size, that wouldn't work. Let me simply refresh this. Yeah, let's see if we'll be able to do it. If not, I think actually to copy the Bing instruction and to see. Now the grid is much bigger. Let me see what's the biggest size, but I think the grid is unfortunately. Now that's the test input. 59. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, let me add that. I think I need to add that to the prompt because it's like the most crucial info. There. And see to have something more than let's put like 1 million. Okay, let's see if this kind of no, sorry about that, really not using the touchpad frequently. I think it's a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit. That's more interesting. Let me actually give a try on this one. Let's stop it for a moment. Let me see that the memory usage went down, and let me start it again. Did it crash? Yeah, I think. Oh, it doesn't have my parse. Thankfully, I have it here in the previous version. Now with this routine and so on, couldn't simply parse. Probably not using. I think simply what's going on is that it cannot really write parallel programs. It's simply they're too complicated and make some mistakes. The disparallelization of the loop is actually impossible. It seems like using this parallel synchron, although it looks quite of promising, at the end is not really is not able to do it correctly. Although I can see significant improvement using this technique in which we're using hints from the Bing. Let me ask, are there some common algorithms for doing this detection required in my cube task? How could apply them? Yeah, I think again let's see meanwhile if we'll say something. Doing sync map, I mean, that doesn't have any chance to work simply just because of this trying to write a concurrent program. It's I would not expect to be able to do that. I think this concept is actually okay. It's running. Like, yeah, I'm taking my words back. I would that, but it seems working. Yeah, it seems using probably less CPU. I can see the memory. The memory is it's going up less, and now I can see it's. Yeah, is it possible to execute this program? Oh, the funny thing is, it's with the input. I was thinking for a second here it's the test, and that would make me very unhappy. 11 gigabytes. It's fine. My machine is 16 gigabytes, but in one moment it's simply going to a disk, and there is no way that to be working. Probably if I leave that running for long enough, it might complete, but I'm pretty sure there is some other strategy. There are many algorithm techniques that can be used to process 3D grid detection patterns of future, however, without more. Yeah, let me let's see if okay, it's telling me simply if you're looking for optimization the performance of this, you could try some. Let me see. modify the program, but is this still too slow and consume then yeah, let's see what we'll say. Yeah, I mean it's writing on disk. Let me grab this program and try to optimize it. Yes, I think that probably will be kind of doable, although not 100% sure. Let me remove this with prioritization and let me see. I never realized that I can do that. Okay, here let me see this one. What another? Okay, let me grab that. Let's see if copy and pasting it work correctly. Beautiful. Let me delete this one and let me save it. Oct3 to reduce memory usage. Oct3 data structure to reduce memory usage. What is this Oct? Not child, not. Let me add this one because I actually like this idea. Oct3 is from here. Oh, brilliant. Bean, did you help me? Bean. What are these Oct3s? That's quite complicated stuff. Let's see if it will work. Like, what on earth is doing here? Level 1 and so on. I mean, that set and so on it's implementing. That's a mystery for me. But let's see. I think with this hints and more narrowing solution might be able to solve that. I mean, by any means. Let me refresh that. Yeah, I think that this multi-core version probably wasn't the best thing. I'm not surprised. Sync weight group. I think that this sync strategy is merge reboot steps. Let me see explicit again. Okay, let's see. How big was this problem? It's like one function bigger. I don't know if this parallelization is really needed when a person is using these reboot steps. Well, actually, imagine not really. It's using this plus reboot step. Let's hope that will not give me the code about it. Omitted as per hint. That's brilliant. Actually, this example of what Microsoft researchers were doing with narrowing down to constraints, hints, and so on actually might be extremely helpful. Yeah, I don't know what is this. This data structure is super complicated. Having this pointer and so on, does it? Please God. Hopefully it doesn't have this sync stuff, because that makes it even more complicated. I think if it doesn't complete now, probably we'll go to the initial code, the one that I remove the other check and having a version that doesn't have this async stuff, because the async stuff, it seems like it cannot execute this async stuff. Okay, it seems like didn't use this async stuff. Okay, let's see these octa trees. I'm really bullish on them. And let me copy this pass report. Oh, it's already running. Oh, I completely forgot. Had thousands of CPUs doing some stuff. Up. And if I try to run it, too many arguments. $93. Okay, I mean that will be wrong, but let's if you take that. I mean, I don't. To be honest, I don't expect this to work out. 25 gigabytes, 30 gigabytes. That will eat my disk. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this strategy in which I have this program and asking the same octa 3 thingy for this not so optimized program. It don't work. Why I need this sync and so on? I don't think I need any of that stuff. I'm pretty sure that with some clever stuff that I of course couldn't figure it out, but pretty sure that the solution should be definitely okay. Now with this program okay, let's see if we'll I think one of the current problem is that it's simply obviously struggling to implement this octa tree structure and the way how it's updated and is a leaf or not and so on. I've never heard of this octa tree nodes with 8 children. I mean But from another side, I can see that the memory usage was reaching 30 gigabytes, which means a lot of swap and so on disk, which will assume it is so useless to give me every time this implementation. But let's see. Execute reboot step. It's actually here is the heart of this algorithm, and this, especially this step, boot date. Probably once what's that stuff? Oh my god. Let me say that it can skip this stuff, because I think it's failing miserably because it doesn't. Let me add that because I'm copy and pasting and forget about this stuff, and after that it's eating a couple of minutes in generating solutions and so on that are actually after 3 nodes. Let's hope that here we have the comment. Oh, skip. So good. Let's see if that's skipped. We'll have its tokens. Where is the update function? Okay, here is the count function. And this stuff is really quite complicated. I'll be really shocked if implement this stuff successfully. That's too complicated, and here's so many places that it might failed. I don't see how I'll do that. It's having all this lifting is assigning child node update. Let me try. I think at that moment it's probably let me go here, paste it up to here, and let's downvote it and say not complete. Let's see if we go with eventually another implementation. Will be Okay, here is using another one that doesn't have leaves and so on. Let's see how we'll go with more or less how this stuff looks the same, which is perfectly fine. Have this fake big size. I think okay, it's keeping it completely, which is fantastic, and it's going to only no, I think that's wrong. You couldn't the creating function needs to have this stuff min max and on false. Not very sure that that works. Okay, let's see this program. I mean, can see that it's already like wrong. We have this favorite got here, and why is should that be no? Okay, 1 second. No, that's min and max. Min and but what on earth is this? No, that's yeah, this state coordinates. Okay, let's see if we'll be able. No, like a reboot step. On and off. I probably should get rid of this min max. I think that's this input is really wrong. Where I put this? No, I don't think this is poisonous. Let me have that saved because I'm pretty sure. Let me stop that. Let me have it saved like that. Because soon I will simply run out of stuff. I couldn't ask too many times. I don't want this min max. It simply doesn't have such things. Video complete the code. Okay, let's sorry about that. I was looking at something. Okay, that's really desperate. I think this strategy is actually working, but actually, yeah, because of the size of the input, we will never. Let me see. Okay. Cube grid, and that's something else. Okay, that's interesting. That's completely different variation of the. Where is it going this to work? Merge reboot, blah blah blah. I mean, at that moment, it's more and more. It's yeah. I mean, we're running to the same problem with the length of the input. It's impossible to be solved. Yeah. So, functions first and then I mean that's absolutely desperate, but yeah, let's see if this is there. Okay, that's as well interesting, but as many others, it's not very um no. Oh, for 1 second I was let me ask could you give me the no, why is doing that? That's so. That's actually extremely hard for if you want to solve really hard and complicated problem, this kind of stuff will actually make it absolutely impossible to really solve it. You probably can implement that, but now it's getting close in implementing the parts that I can skip and so on. And after that it's bloating the solution to something completely different. Yeah, it's a bit strange. I still think once OpenAI followed their promise from their presentation, in which they were mentioning that they will allow 32,000 tokens. At the moment it's 8,000 split it between input and output. I think that will become less of an issue. Of course, this token size will be always issue at the end of the day. If you want to write your operating system, probably will run out of tokens, but already it's that's massive program, and we're talking for Go, one of the most outrageously verbose languages. For Actually, for generating code with tokens and so, Go it's actually one of the worst for that, because it has the most explicit syntax and it's grabbing too much tokens. It's it's kind of sad. Yeah, let me see if that was some. That's. Yeah, where is this following construction part? Here it's falling apart. The following illustration part. Oh. That's so. Let me go here and let me try one more time. No. I mean, if you write so this explanation, that will skip that and so on. I mean, in most contexts, actually, most of this training makes no sense. I can understand that OpenAI use it in some kind of educational context or something like that, but very often when you try to solve practical problems, although with GPT-4 that's less of the problem. This info here it's concise and so on, but especially with ChatGPT was outrageous. Actually, how verbose was like the biggest disadvantage of the model. It will be interesting if this ability will, if the model advances to the degree that will be able to adjust for this kind of stuff. Oh, grid size. Okay, how much of that? Okay, let me grab this because that looks relatively promising. And what is missing? Parser bootstrap. Okay. The okay, let me ask this one. Could you give me the implement for these two functions and oh, I mean, okay, ChatGPT give me the options. Let's see how much of that is something that I can use. And define min max. What is that? Okay, let me there is some mistake in this implementation. Okay, I think that what I will do is I will stop for the moment. Actually, we'll have it that like a solution here. And we'll a little bit iterate. I mean, at the moment I will stop with that. I will say here I have my Go program. It's getting some kind of error, but I think it might be possible to iterate on that. Get all this and the final call. I will still save the program because I'm pretty sure it's quite close and probably will make a continuation of this video. Thank you for your time, and if you need to pick something, it's simply this iterative approach with these hints and so on, which it's from the how the researchers for Microsoft were prompting with having constraints, hints. I was using already instructions and probably giving some examples. Hope that was somewhat useful, and hopefully we'll be able to save that. I'm pausing now for a second and see you in a second. Okay, let's continue with that been for quite a long time. Let's see if let's start at the beginning. I'm starting a completely new session. Hop, and this one was the new start. Let me continue with this. I was thinking I will simply set up the stage, but before to do this second prompt, let me, these ping prompts are super long. Let me do this first one, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, probably instructions. Yes, that like that. You need to fix all errors in the code. Oh my god, like this program is like outrageously big. And that's like every time when I look at this stuff, I'm realizing there's no way that to work. Oh, thanks God, that's like some kind of answer there. Get so scared and tired of this. Yeah. Yeah, let's see this optimized version of the program. That's actually quite fast, is that? I was thinking for a second that that's not anymore GPT-4, but it's ChatGPT, but now I can see GPT-4 as a model. Okay, it's fine. Again, a lot of... It's simply one of the really hard stuff to do is the size of the output, because there's such a parsing functions and stuff like that. It's making it almost impossible to fit in this size. And at the moment the OpenAI is allowing 8,000 tokens. However, they have said that they're planning to have it up to 32,000. That's 4 times bigger program than this one, and yeah, I definitely think that That's simply needed. It's the current version of God, let me look at some of this stuff that they let me add the main go. So zoom code tidy and go mod tidy. I can. I have previously in previous solution was trying to use some libraries and so on. Let's see. That's running without stopping. Let's try with the test, at least it's because at the moment it's very hard to in here you can see the test data is very small. It's simply completely wrong and have some infinite loop kind of situation because I expect let me start from scratch. I know that that's very annoying, but I think the alternative in which I will have this program and I will be able to do anything with it is more or less it will not work. Let's change it to this one and see how it goes. Oh man. Oh God's sake, I forgot that I have this min and max. Why I have this min and max? Stefan, I completely forgot that I need to remove that. At the end of the day, I think that, frankly speaking, it cannot solve it. I mean, it is extreme amount of effort. It's probably will be worthy if it's some kind of innovative problems or something like that, but with all fairness, with the state in which it's at the moment, it's it seems like it has no chance to optimize really complicated program, which it's quite hard task. I couldn't do it myself, but the expectation that we'll be able to do this stuff so far looks far off. Let's see if we'll probably should remove this part for the error. Get like that. It doesn't follow even the instruction in which I mentioned that I actually don't want this part. You can skip the implementations, but I mean, does trying to do some kind of optimization? No. It seems like the model is faster, but it's like actually a completely different model. from what I can see. What about this one up here? Because here I have doctor trees, don't I? Oh, because I wanted to... Oh, they did this method, it's like... yeah, I think that this min and max coordinate, they have no meaning. Why I even have this min and max coordinate? Okay, we'll simply save it with this attempt and we'll save it like a failed. At that stage is simply clear it will not be able to do any of this stuff. It's getting almost there, but because of the complexity and potentially very small mistakes, they make the whole program actually it cannot be managed. By no means, it's simply it has this stuff, it's missing stuff, it doesn't compile. It is more or less a complete mess. But let's give a try. No, I don't understand why I have this min and max coordinate. I think the whole concept of them actually was misleading. Anyway, I am thinking I have enough. There's no point. I mean, we can probably waste some other time. I think the only meaningful part of this second attempt, I will actually save This one is the approach with simply trying to have these hints and instructions, and after that iterate multiple times with different solutions. The part that we have here prompting with these hints, instructions, and so on, I think it's valuable and might be useful, but not for this problem. Let's see how we'll go the next day, and thank you for your time. I hope to see you in day 23. Bye for now.